Hi, it's Dr. Pavanka. I just finished walking the dog and Cortana is sitting in the warm truck, and I figured I would go ahead and do a quick video for you because it's a lovely backdrop just here in a park in Michigan. I just wanted to real quick go over referrals and second opinions. Honestly, I'm one of those doctors that I really do like offering referrals to people just because I want them to know all of their opportunities. I would rather somebody go see the oncologist and say, hey, you know what, chemo's not for me, or I wasn't really a fan of any of the options, I want to do palliative care, than to not go and then wish that they had known all their options. I had one of my own dogs that he probably should have gone to a neurologist, but at that time in my life it wasn't really something that I felt like I could do, and I still regret not knowing what my options were. So I do like to put those options on the table for people, and I definitely like having second opinions. I use Dr. Tolson and Dr. Habenuck to work with me all the time for that. I really like our practice culture because we definitely do work on group projects all the time, just because we all like that sounding board, having that second opinion right there, and the third opinion too. It gives our clients higher quality information just because we don't all come from the same background. And even Dr. Habenecht and I, who went to school together, we worked at different places, we grew up in different places, we're used to different types of thought processes and different medicines just based on how we grew up in different clinics that we worked with. So I never say no to a second opinion. I never say no to a referral. Typically with second opinions, most clients that I have get a second opinion, they go and find another clinic on their own and just have us send records over. I don't have very many people that let me know about that. Honestly though, I don't feel like that's something that you should be worried about telling your vet, just because it gives me better information because I know what's already been done elsewhere. And it gives me an idea of what you're looking for, just because I've definitely had it before where clients were getting frustrated with me and I wasn't understanding why until I realized that everything I had just recommended they'd already done in a different clinic. They just didn't give me the information. So as the pathology professor I used to have said, garbage in, garbage out. So I didn't get the input and I didn't know what they'd already done, so I wasn't able to give good information. Kind of the same thing goes if you are the second opinion clinic. Make sure that they have all the information, because you're paying them money for a second opinion on stuff that you've already done too. It's not a quiz the new vet type deal. I know a lot of people seem to like that, and that's fine if you're wanting to make sure and double check, but honestly you're kind of cheating yourself, because you might be able to get more traction, go further with your information versus rediscovering the same answers. Typically, like I said, clients will go ahead, they'll get their second opinion by calling different clinics in the area. AHA hospitals have a higher standard typically because they're audited to have a higher standard. They pay a lot of money to get that AHA. I don't work for a clinic like that. I have done externships at clinics like that. It is a lot of stress, so at my current clinic we just try to do highest quality medicine without doing AHA. It's kind of one of those things that there's a bunch of different associations and things that we can have memberships for. I've chosen to have fear-free certification just because I feel like that behavior and the understanding that goes into looking at how we do visits really seems to benefit me, and I like having that elite status where I can go and I can see all the videos. So I do maintain that elite status because I like watching that CE. But moving on to your referrals, the difference between a second opinion and a referral typically is the referral is going to be a specialist, but a lot of times we'll go ahead and we will initiate the referral for you. There are a couple instances where I don't like to do that, and it's because I've had referral centers decline having my patients come to them. One that I had was a dog attack that I was able to do like initial triage, and I was hoping that they would hospitalize the dog, and they actually turned the dog away because it was middle of COVID. They were slammed, they didn't have space, and they're like, oh, you've already been seen. But I was hoping that they would get hospitalized. And then I've had some people who've gotten in faster through the ER of a specialty center, so I have recommended people do that before too. Ideally, though, in a perfect world, referral is you tell us which clinic you want to go to, and then as the doctor, I go ahead and call that other clinic, let them know, hey, you know what, I have so-and-so coming. They are wanting to do this, this, and this is what's going on, and then we release that information that you have given us permission to release. But that's kind of the gist of second opinions and referrals. It never hurts to have a second opinion, in my opinion. But I would definitely be open about it. I would make sure that they have all the information and that your clinic has all the information too. And then at the end of the day, one of my pet peeves personally is when I have a client who just, I don't know if it's our personalities don't get to work well together or what, but if you really don't like seeing your vet, you're having issues with personality differences or even methodology differences, if you don't like how the veterinarian practices, then sometimes it's best to find another veterinarian, because you're not going to work well as a team if you don't work well with your teammate. I really like to look at vet med as a team, because that's really what it is. We're part of your pet's care team, and you're the team leader, so you gotta let us know how that works, and we have to work within the legal realm too, as far as we can't give you anything if we don't have a current veterinary patient-client relationship. But that's it was supposed to be brief, but now 6-minute spiel on second opinions and referrals. Do let me know if you have any questions.